Okay, so I have made a casual duel room, and in this duel room, I will be playing No Gem CUBICS. So even though that the duel room isn't necessarily free to play, you can play whatever deck you want, but I will be playing this No Gem deck. And as you can see, chat isn't in the left corner. That is because I am not streaming right now. This is a recording because I don't want anyone to look at my hand when I'm playing. So I'll explain how the deck works quickly. The skill adds 3 cards to our deck, which are unobtainable, which is level 1 cubic seeds. They cannot be destroyed by battle, and when an opponent's monster battles this card, that monster will have a counter placed on top, and it will not be able to attack or activate its effects, so it's basically just stuck there on the field. It is a lot worse now because they can just use it as a link material, but it is still a really annoying effect for your opponent. And we have multiple ways to help us get it on our field. We have Cubic Karma, which can banish itself from a graveyard to search any Cubic monster. Cubic Dharma to discard a Cubic card from your hand to draw a card. Cubic Ascension can special summon Cubic Seeds directly from your deck. And Duza can mill any Cubic card, which you can mill a Karma to search Cubics, or you can mill Ascension to special summon from your deck. We are also playing Solemn Scolding, because if we look at Cubic Ascension's second effect, it has a graveyard effect when our opponent's life points is 2000 higher than yours. You can just banish this card from the graveyard to special summon a Cubic Seed from your deck. So Solemn Scolding just helps us lower our own life points. And for the deck's boss monster, we have a single copy of Buster Gundil. It can attack 3 times and it has 3000 attack if you use 3 Cubic Seeds. And if it is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card, it just summons back 3 Cubics from your graveyard and searches any Cubic card. And we can also burn our opponent by using this Cubic King. Every time it is summoned, you can burn your opponent for 800, and we are playing 3 copies of it. You can also recycle it using Cubic Dharma's second effect. You can banish this card from the graveyard to recycle any Cubic monster. So you can just win alone using this card by summoning 3 copies of it and recycling using Dharma. And once you summoned it 5 times, you basically win the game because your opponent only has 4000 life points and it burns for 800. And we are also playing Volcanic Wall and Monster Gate as more options to just mill your deck, because Dharma, Karma, and Ascension all have graveyard effects. And for the extra deck, we're playing absolutely nothing, because the skill doesn't let us play any extra deck monster cards that are not Cubics. And as you can see, we don't have any extra deck Cubic cards, so we just can't play anything on our extra deck. So let's see how well this deck goes in my duel room. Okay, we're going first. That's nice. This deck is extremely defensive, because Cubic Seeds cannot be destroyed by battle. Since we have Monster Gate, we can actually summon Duza. Normally, if we draw a seed, we will want to set a seed, but we have Monster Gate, so we can do a lot of other things. We can actually mill Karma or Ascension in this situation. I will mill Karma because we already have 2 seeds in our hand. And then we can activate Monster Gate. And Duza is not once per turn, so if we open another Duza, we can activate its effect again. Okay, we open a seed. That's nice. And then we can Karma and search. We can search another Duza, or we can search a Cubic King. And the Cubic King has effect if this card battled, you can special summon 2 Cubic Seeds from graveyard, but it has to survive the battle. So in this situation, I would rather just get another copy of Duza. Okay, our opponent is playing Super Heavy Samurais. I don't think that they actually have an out to an indestructible monster, but they can still attack directly, so we have to be careful. As long as he couldn't OTK by attacking directly, I think we are in a pretty safe position. And another thing to take note of is that Dharma has a once per turn in its effect. As you can see, it says you can only activate the effects once per turn. But Karma doesn't. So you can search with multiple Karmas, but you can only use Dharma once per turn. It's pretty weird, but it is like that. Okay, so our opponent has the monster to attack directly, but he cannot deal enough damage for a lethal. So that's good for us. Our hand isn't really good, but he can still stall for a few more turns, I believe. Okay, we can mill a Dharma. And then Dharma can activate its effect. And then we can get back a single copy of CUBICS. And then we can send the Duza and burn our opponent for 800. Ooh, he's making more synchros. He's making the level 9 synchro. CUBICS Ascension isn't really good in this situation because we drew so many seeds. But we can still start it. Yeah, our opponent will probably try to destroy our set card, but that will be good for us because it's useless if it's not destroyed. So CUBICS Seeds actually... So the effect of CUBICS Seeds to actually place itself into the spell and trap zone is optional. So you can just choose to not activate this effect and just leave it on the field because it cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, and use the effect of CUBICS Seeds to place it in the spell and trap zone and give it a counter. And then during the next turn, I can just summon it back. And even though I can activate CUBICS Ascension's effect now, I won't, because I want a free zone on our field to actually summon my Duza. So what I'll actually do is summon back my CUBICS Seeds first, of course. I will summon them back, and then I will normal summon Duza. And then activate its effect, milling Karma, so I can actually search my boss monster. There we go, there is our boss monster. And then we can special summon it by sending 3 CUBICS to our graveyard. And it has 3000 attack. And we can also use Dharma, or we can leave it in our hand to use CUBICS Ascension, but I would want to use Dharma. Let's use Dharma's effect. I didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. We can special summon Seed back. And then discard and draw. We have a Volcanic Wall, but we don't want to use it now because it doesn't let us go into our battle phase if we use it. So instead, we're just going to attack 3 times. We'll destroy every single monster he has, and then end turn. There's the scoop. Nice. Okay, our opponent is playing Neo Silvio. That's probably Mario Senju's, I assume. We have 2 Solemn Skull Links. That's not good for us because we can't use both. Yeah, Jar 3, that's probably Mario Senju's. First we'll activate Volcanic Wall. And then we'll mill 3 and hopefully mill a Karma. Ooh, that's a Karma. And also, we also got a Dharma in our graveyard, so that's really, really good. We'll actually get a seed. And then activate Cubic Dharma. And then Dharma will discard a seed, and then draw a card. And then Dharma, his graveyard effect will get a Duza to our hand. And then Duza summon. And then Duza mill. We'll actually mill the Ascension because we will be able to activate it. And then we can summon our Cubic King. Cubic King will deal a bit of burn damage. And then we will attack. Oh, we can't attack because of Volcanic Wall. Okay, we will wait for our opponent to Pendulum Summon, and then we will negate his entire Pendulum Summon. But it seems like our opponent is not going to do that. That's fine. He's just gonna continue activating Jar of Greed. Okay, this time we will not use Volcanic Wall because we can actually deal some damage. And then when Cubic King battles, it can set itself to the graveyard and then summon back Cubic Seeds. So that's really nice for us. And because of the delay, we know that he has some kind of activation. So it's probably something like Kiteroid or a Kuribo or just anything like that. So it's safer for us to just burn him to death. And he will regret sitting on so many hand traps. Because I don't care how many hand traps he has, we'll just burn him to death. There we go, there is enough damage now because we milled a Dharma. That means we can recycle a Cubic King and then summon a Cubic King and then burn.